powers didn't come from God at all and that he was actually the Antichrist.
It believed killing Rasputin would save the monarchy.
His power ultimately contributed to negative sentiment towards the monarchy.
He was called a holy man, a devil, and the mad monk who refused to die. Feared by nobles and adored by peasants, Rasputin's mysterious power shook the Russian Empire. Tonight, we uncover his rise, scandals, and the chilling tale of how he became almost impossible to kill. Rasputin's early life and spiritual awakening. Born in 1869 in the remote Siberian village of Pokrovskoye, Grigori Rasputin's early life was marked by poverty and a deeply religious environment. From a young age, he displayed an unusual spiritual intensity, often fasting, praying, and seeking visions. He traveled extensively across Russia, meeting mystics, monks, and pilgrims, which deepened his knowledge of mysticism and faith healing. Locals observed his uncanny ability to influence others, blending charisma with spiritual authority. During his travels, Rasputin underwent a profound personal transformation, claiming visions that guided his life. This period shaped the mysterious aura that would follow him to St. Petersburg. His reputation as a holy man grew steadily, with tales of miraculous cures and prophetic insights spreading across villages. Rise to influence in the Russian imperial court. Rasputin's entrance into the Russian imperial court was fueled by a combination of spiritual reputation and fortuitous connections. Nobles intrigued by his mystical aura introduced him to high society, where his charismatic presence quickly drew attention. He became particularly valued for his ability to calm tensions and advise the royal family on personal matters. Courtiers noticed his persuasive manner and seemingly supernatural insights, elevating him from a Siberian monk to a trusted confidant. Rasputin's influence grew as he offered guidance during political crises, often navigating court intrigues with surprising skill. He developed a network of supporters and detractors alike, each fascinated or threatened by his enigmatic power. His presence sparked debates over morality, religion, and political influence, turning him into a symbol of controversy and fascination. Relationship with Tsar Nicholas II and Empress Alexandra. Rasputin's bond with Tsar Nicholas II and Empress Alexandra was complex, rooted in trust, faith, and desperation. Alexandra, particularly, believed in Rasputin's spiritual abilities, seeing him as the only person capable of aiding her son, who suffered from hemophilia. The Tsar, initially skeptical, gradually accepted Rasputin's counsel, especially during times of political instability and war. Rasputin's influence extended beyond spiritual guidance, occasionally shaping appointments and decisions within the court. Their relationship provoked suspicion among nobles and ministers, who viewed Rasputin as a dangerous manipulator with disproportionate power. Yet, the royal family saw him as a protector and healer, valuing his calming presence amidst personal crises. This intimate connection allowed Rasputin to operate within the highest echelons of power, blending religious authority with political influence. Their association became a lightning rod for scandal, fueling rumors and shaping public perception of the imperial family's vulnerability. The healer of the hemophiliac Tsarevich Alexei. Rasputin's most famous role was as the healer of Tsarevich Alexei, the young son of Nicholas II, who suffered from hemophilia, a life-threatening blood disorder. When Alexei experienced painful bleeding episodes, traditional medical treatments often failed, leaving the royal family in despair. Rasputin's presence reportedly alleviated the boy's suffering, calming him during crises, which led Alexandra to attribute miraculous healing powers to him. While the scientific basis of these cures remains doubtful, Rasputin's ability to soothe and stabilize Alexei's condition earned him immense trust and influence over the family. This perceived miracle-working ability elevated Rasputin from spiritual advisor to indispensable figure in the court. His interventions not only saved the Tsarevich from physical and emotional distress, but also strengthened his hold on the monarchy, inciting both admiration and deep resentment among nobles, who feared the unchecked sway he held over imperial decisions. Rumors, scandals, and public outrage. Rasputin became the center of controversy, with rumors painting him as a corrupt, manipulative monk. Stories circulated of affairs with aristocratic women and secret influence over political appointments, fueling anger among the public and nobility. Newspapers sensationalized his actions, amplifying mistrust toward the royal family. His unusual behavior at court combined with perceived moral corruption, caused widespread indignation. People blamed Rasputin for Russia's political instability, viewing him as a threat to tradition and order. This notoriety created a volatile atmosphere, turning him into a symbol of decadence and excess, while simultaneously heightening fascination with his mystical persona, making him impossible to ignore in both private and public spheres. Political intrigues and enemies in high places. Rasputin's influence over government decisions provoked resentment among ministers, generals, and nobles. His perceived control over Tsar Nicholas II and Empress Alexandra made him a target for plots and conspiracies. Many feared his presence skewed policies, affecting war strategies and court appointments. Rival factions within the aristocracy sought to undermine him, spreading misinformation to weaken his authority. His ability to navigate court politics with cunning and charm ensured survival despite opposition. These intrigues heightened tensions in Russia's elite, portraying Rasputin as both a power broker and scapegoat. His involvement in political affairs cemented a narrative of dangerous influence, making him a central figure in the empire's internal conflicts. The infamous assassination attempts and his death. Rasputin's life ended in a violent, legendary assassination, the culmination of widespread hatred among nobles. Multiple attempts were made to eliminate him, highlighting his tenacity and resilience. The final plot involved poison, gunfire, and drowning, yet stories claim he survived initial attacks, fueling the myth of his immortality. Conspirators feared his influence over the royal family and state affairs, believing his death necessary for Russia's stability. The brutal circumstances surrounding his demise became infamous worldwide, illustrating the deep animosity and fear he inspired. Rasputin's death symbolized the extreme measures elites would take against perceived threats, while solidifying his legendary status as a nearly indestructible figure in history. Rasputin's enduring legacy and myth in history. Rasputin's life remains a blend of fact, legend, and myth, influencing both history and popular culture. Tales of his healing powers, prophetic visions, and survival from assassination continue to captivate. Historians debate his true impact on the Russian monarchy and political decline, yet his image endures as a mysterious and controversial figure. Literature, films, and music perpetuate his story, often exaggerating elements for dramatic effect. Rasputin symbolizes the power of charisma, intrigue, and mystique, leaving a lasting imprint on public imagination. His narrative serves as a cautionary tale of unchecked influence and the thin line between reverence and fear in societies grappling with uncertainty and change. Rasputin's story blends mystery, power, and legend, a man whose life and death still haunt history. From healer to feared figure, his tale reminds us how charisma and controversy can shape a nation. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more historic mysteries.